is Katz from kkatz Arts. Thank you for tuning in today. If you are new to my channel, thank you and welcome. I hope you will consider subscribing below and hitting that notification bell so you're aware of when the next videos come up. I do art videos, digital paintings, traditional art, as well as collaborations and product reviews. So today I thought I would do this that you're seeing on the screen. So turning this simple circle shape into a glass sphere with all the highlights and that kind of stuff, and it's how to use a reference photo. So where do I get my reference photos typically? Is from Pinterest, and I have a whole bunch of stuff, and I have some inspiration here, and I even named my section inspiration, and I'm planning to do something on these magical bottles eventually because I know in my class I'm going to have to do this as one of my projects, so I thought I would hop in and get ideas ahead. So then I was seeing these little spheres, and I know that's another project that we have to do in class, and I thought this one is so cute and interesting, and that is what we're going to be doing. So this reference goes out to the person who this belongs to. I'll bring it up here on my screen. I think it's EBIE Shrimp. So thank you so much for putting this tutorial out, and I thought this would be an interesting way of learning how to dissect from a simple shape like this first one here and going all the way to the finished product. And you will see the full video on that. I will speed it up so it's not so long and boring, but I thought I would just give you a quick demonstration on how to create a sphere in Photoshop or a circle. So right here on the side, you might have it on this side or the opposite side. I like it on this side. The second tab is your Marquee Tools, and if you hold down, you'll see one that says elliptical, and you just bring it into the middle of the screen and you start dragging out. When you start dragging out, you'll notice it's an oval shape, but if you hold the shift key, it snaps it into a circle. So at this point, you see the marching ants around. I hope you guys can see that pretty well. And then from there, you can right click, excuse me, and on the bottom here, it says fill. That's one way of doing it. So if I hit fill and then contents with the foreground color. So right now my foreground color, if you look here on the side, is black. So if I were to hit that and hit OK, it's going to fill it in with the black. So I'm just going to Control Z to get out of that. Another way of doing it is going over here to the bucket tool, going over here, and whatever color you have on your swatches here on the side. So let me pick this deep purple. If I fill that in, it's going to fill it in with the purple. So I thought I would just share that quickly and just roughly how I do my brushes. So for this particular technique, again, I use only one brush, and the brush is actually in the general setting, which is my soft round. And then with your bracket tools on your keyboard, if you go one direction, it will make it larger. If you go the other direction, it'll make it smaller. And basically you just pick any color from the color swatch, and you make sure that this little thing up here is clicked in so that it's highlighted, and then you just press, and you can see it does almost like an airbrush effect. So I just thought I would share that with you. I am using my Huion tablet. I have done a review on that if you're interested at looking at that. And that is pretty much it on how I got started. Oh, let me bring up this and how I pick the colors from here. So basically I use this as my color swatch as well. So if you hit the Alt key, so you can see I'm still in my brush. If I hit Alt, it brings up my color picker, and if I just click on it, it will bring up that color. And then if I wanted to change it again, hit Alt and choose that darker color. So every section that you see, you want to click on it, and then it will change every single color choice for you. Now the only thing I add differently in one of the screens is I add a screen layer, so a soft light of a solid purple color, so that I get it more to the color choice, and you will see that later in the video. But I think that's all I pretty much have to say about that. So let's get started into this video. Alright, so now we are into tutorials. So I start off with that simple shape again, and I use the Alt to pick the colors, and that's what I do throughout the entire thing. Now the best thing when you are doing this, look at every section as shapes and where the color lies. If you look at it overall into a circle itself, you are going to get lost and you're going to get overwhelmed and you're going to be like, how do they do that? Take each section at a time. And I will have this reference photos for you to have inside of the link, like in the description below, just so you can have a reference for it, or you can go to my Pinterest, which is kkatz arts, and you can find it there as well. But take each section at a time. So if you see the circle, the white highlight, you're going to put a white circle, and then if something looks elongated, sorry, I have a bit of a cold. Elongated, just make more of a rectangular shape. So right now my colors are more darker and muted, but I work through it. Now the way that I'm getting everything sitting on each individual layer is I do a layer for the circle, and then I have a layer below where my background is. And basically what I do is I create masks so that it stays contained into that circle and I'm not going outside onto the background layer. I hope that I explained that properly. But again, I am planning to do some basic tutorials on Photoshop so that you guys have this reference. So that's pretty much it. So you just go along, you do the highlights and you add little spots. And like I said, I added a soft screen on like another separate mask for that. And the reason I do a separate layer for that mask is so I'm able to go back if I want to lower the opacity or change the layer itself. But I use soft light, just so you guys are aware. So I hope you like this tutorial. I just wanted to show you something basic where you can turn something from that simple shape and make it look 3D and make it look amazing. So I thought I would do a quick thank you to everybody for the fantastic new year. You guys have spoiled me. And just thank you for continuing to watch me. I want to just kind of quickly, what I hope for 2020 for everybody is that you're healthy, happy, and successful, and just continue doing your art. You guys know my reference, one life, one love, one purpose. Go out and do some art today, and I so stand by that. Never let anybody take you away from your dreams. That's all I can say, is if you want to pursue this art thing, I think you should. And talk to your parents, and you know, I know this channel is for 13 and over, but talk to your parents, because I know they have a lot of influence on that. And if you can see yourself going into this field, do so. So my goals for 2020 is to become healthier, so to lose a little bit of weight. What else? To be more connected with my fans, my family, and my friends. To focus on my art, obviously, focus on school, to continue getting good grades like I did my last semester. I want to succeed even more. I got A's and B's in my first semester, so I'm so excited about that, but I want to excel. Basically, I'm 0.2 away from the dean's list, so I want to be that, and that's first year, so I have 3 years to stay in that. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. I hope I do more collaborations. I get to finally meet you guys. I want to do some prints, as well as, what else do I want to do? Prints and collaborations and product reviews and all that kind of fun stuff. So be sure to follow me and like below. Thanks guys, have a great day, bye!